What I hoped to accomplish was bringing visibility and recognition to the talent we have here in Southeast Michigan.
People said, you can't make a regional organization work in Southeast Michigan.
And I wanted to start a branding initiative to brand this region as high-tech. And hence, that was the beginning. That was the genesis of Automation Alley as an initiative to bring to the attention of the public the talent we had here and to attract more talent.
Well, the challenges when we started Automation Alley were the obvious ones. First, we had no money. Secondly, we didn't have any employees.
Startup money, startup money, startup money. We did it outside of Oakland County. We did it with dues from the members.
There was a lovely area in a closet in the executive building, and we grew from that small place to expand into a few different closets.
I can remember Ken talking about how one day we're going to have our own identity, we're going to have our own headquarters, and sure enough, when I came back in 2004, that's exactly what he had created.
It was clear that Automation Alley wouldn't just be a marketing and branding effort, but they were trying to build an actual business association, and they were also trying to build an economic development force.
I heard of Automation Alley back in about 2000, almost shortly after it was started. I had a chance to meet Ken Rogers and Brooks Patterson and the team down in Oakland County, and they shared this concept that they had of becoming a broader regional organization. And I think here we are 15 years later, and I think they've lived up to that expectation and dream.
We've gone on 21 trade missions, which have generated more than $350 million in export sales for local companies. And these are small to medium-sized companies that in some cases are now seeing a majority of their sales done overseas, which I think is just incredible that we were able to help them take that first step to that major milestone for their own company.
It really grew from very large keystone companies to be more inclusive to suppliers and designers and small engineering firms to mid-sized engineering firms.
We are a global center for technology, a recognizable one. We're the largest technical organization in Michigan and in the top 10% in the country today.
You got to keep in mind, we built Automation Alley during the height of the Great Recession. So it wasn't like the economy was booming and people were looking places to spend their money. We had to claw our way through that recession, and now I think there's nothing but blue skies ahead.
I've known Brooks Patterson for many years. I've been fortunate enough to have this job as Executive Director of Automation Alley and work for someone who had a vision, who believed in the importance of technology.
We didn't just talk the talk, we walked the walk. We brought these economic developers with us on our trade missions. We worked with them when we were locating companies here in Southeast Michigan. And it really was an amazing feat on Brooks's part to have this foresight to know that this organization needed to live beyond his administration and be embraced throughout the region.
I think if you look at the way Automation Alley started and kind of the pace that we've maintained over the years, you'll see that that's textbook Brooks, right? So he just had this idea and wasn't afraid to say out loud, there's a need in the region. We've got resources, but we're not flaunting it, we're not growing it, let's do something about that.
How about Brooks? How many politicians launch a brand, an organization like Automation Alley, and then share it with the rest of the region, share it with other politicians to adopt the brand and the association as their own? Brooks did that.
This is just another piece of an example of Brooks's perseverance. And he has persevered through so many things in his life, personally and professionally, and it has been a complete pleasure to work with and for him.
I think that says it all about someone who has vision, who sees the future clearly, who's willing to step out and take the challenges that a vision requires.
Because at the end of the day, you know, milestones for Automation Alley that are really meaningful are the milestones that the companies in our region are achieving.
Today, 15 years later, We're one of the leading centers in the United States for technology. There it goes, and it's his vision, his leadership. It's been a pleasure for me to work for him these 15 years.